Today on the channel, we take it to the streets for the first series of the Street Fighter WWE crossover event of a generation with Ultimate Warrior as Blanka, Ryu, Rey Mysterio, and the final boss, Rock, as M. Bison.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another crossover event of a generation, dare I say lifetime, as today we're unboxing Series 1 of the Walmart exclusive Street Fighter WWE Mattel Elite crossover figures with Blanka Ultimate Warrior, Final Boss Rock M. Bison, Ryu, whatever it is, I'll never remember, Rey Mysterio, here today. And of course, for your Street Fighter WWE needs, you better head to Walmart. They are Walmart exclusive right now in the United States. Smith's over across the pond, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, for everything else wrestling figure related, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there, and deal I got is these are available at Walmart right now, hitting shippers with Elites, Ultimates, child toy belts, and so forth. So be on the lookout. Walk around your store a little bit. You never know where they might place one of these things, and you never know how we're going to do this review. Oh, yes, you do know how. We're going to do it like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to start off with the Holy Grail himself, the Ultimate Warrior Blanka. You know I'm here for the Ultimate Warrior, and this one really writes itself. I guess if somebody was going to play a character, who better to be Blanka than the most electrifying superstar of all time in the Ultimate Warrior, as we know. But Blanka looking good as the Ultimate Warrior as Blanka, depending how your head goes with these. And we will do some comparisons later in this video, so stay tuned for that. Interesting packaging design on these. It looks like an arcade cabinet. Pretty darn cool, if you ask me. Minimalistic in the size, about half the size of Elite, maybe a little bit bigger than that, but pretty small packaging design. They do have the J-hooks on the back, but they are folded down because they're sitting in the shippers, so most likely they're just going to be on the shelf, but you never know. Some stores may peg them up, and nobody likes to be pegged, Todd McFarlane. Well, maybe some people do. I don't know. But these might be on pegs, they might be on shelves, you never know. Once again, choose your own adventure at your own Walmart. But Ultimate Warrior looking pretty good, looking electrifying in the color scheme here. I'm here for that. But the packaging is really cool on this. I did pick up two of these Ultimate Warriors, one for Mint on Card Collection. I will say, if you're a Mint on Card collector, this can be tough, pretty thin, and a lot of corners to get dinged up. So be careful with these. I don't know, there's got to be a protective case that could work for these somewhere. Might be worth investing in if you want to keep these nice. Like I said, a lot of corners, a lot of places to ding these bad boys up. But it is cool. It is like an arcade unit, and you could actually have the figure outside of it playing the game if you wanted to. Choose your own adventure, as we always say here on the channel. But looking good, looks like an arcade cabinet. WWE X Street Fighter, True FX. You got a little bit of the players you could select from Series 1. You got the controls on here. Punch and kick. 1 and 2 player Ultimate Warrior as Blanka. 8 and up, you 7-year-olds, you can't handle the Warrior as Blanka. You got Warrioring up over there, looking good. And then on the back, finisher, Warrior Splash, weight 280 pounds, 6'2", from parts unknown. Beautiful this time of year. And he's electrifying the ring ropes, as we can see here. So a lot going on. Not sure the best way to go. I guess we're going to go in the back door is what we're going to do. We're going to see how that works out for us. That works out pretty smooth. So the back door it is, folks. That's where we're headed, the back door. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic Ultimate Warrior Prison. He's got the twist ties, as you can imagine. Also got a couple of effects pieces up here at the top. And some extra hands. So we got a decent amount of stuff going on for this Warrior. Get these guys out. Around $25 price point on these two. I should mention that. You know, choose your own adventure. You never know. You could get these on clearance. Depending on the Walmart too, how long do they want to keep this display up? Some of them might get this stuff to clearance pretty darn quick. We've seen that in the past with Walmart and some of these shippers. As I always say, your mileage may vary. We know how that goes by now. Pop the hands out. Pop the Warrior out. We're ready for Ultimate Warrior Blanca business is what we're ready for. Also of note, there's a loose part of that. Also of note on these is sometimes Warrior and others are positioned differently in the package, so that could get real crazy for the variant collectors out there. But let's dive into it. We got two Fists of Warrior Fury right here ready to go. Got the green skin tone color like a young Incredible Hulk is what it reminds me of. We do get the effect pieces here. These do go right around the wrist, so you can put those on. Nice translucent yellow coloring on that. I'm here for that. No issues there. But now we're diving into the Ultimate Warrior. Well, I don't like that we got paint problems down here on the ankles. A lot of chipping on the paint around at the bottom. Notice that right off the bat when I got him out of the package. So I don't like to see that, of course. We never do. Where are we at here? Are we Vietnam? Oh my gosh, hard to read with this translucent kind of plastic going on here. Translucent, green frosted plastic maybe. Made in, let's see. Hard to see, man, my eyes, my old man eyes, but it does say made in Vietnam to nobody's surprise right there. Ready to go, ready to dive into the Warrior, though. Let's start with the head sculpt. Now, I know it's the Ultimate Warrior, but I guess I also know it's Blanca. You got the green skin tone. You do got the black on the teeth, the paint a little bit wonky on that one, I will say. I also got a little extra paint in the hair there. Maybe that'll scrub out a little bit, but we do got some extra paint, some wild paint on the Warrior here. Bright orange hair looking definitely crazy. You got the Warrior face paint, but it is the Ultimate Warrior's Blanca. I guess it works for what they're going for. Very cool that they got the Warrior face or Warrior chest paint, more like it. Chest paint on the chest, like WrestleMania 6, we'll never forget. But it's hair here. How cool would it have been with real fur, just saying. But you do got the orange fur there on the chest. That is pretty nice touch. You also got the orange fur painted on down into the forearms. He does got his wrist tape going on, and we do got some wild hands for the Ultimate Warrior here. Got very flexible here. If that's safety issues, you can't have these too sharp, so they do bend pretty easily. But you do got the maniacal hands for the Warrior out of the package. Got the tassels on the biceps. You got to have those going on there. You got the brown trunks all ripped up, torn up. You got the Warrior logo on the back of the brown trunks. Green skin throughout here like a young Lou Ferrigno in the Incredible Hulk once upon a time. You got the Warrior knee pads here, yellow on the red, and then you got the tassels on the side of the knee pads, connect just like a lot of other Warrior elites. No boots on the Warrior, but he has got the orange kind of boots, I guess, at the top with the fringe going on, down into the green bare feet, and you do got the Warrior logo down below. I will say as a whole, though, I talked about the problems with the paint down here on the feet, so you do have that. And also on the knee pads here, it looks like you could use one more coat of yellow, and same thing with the orange on the chest. Another coat wouldn't hurt. So the paint is iffy. This might be one of those lines you got to really investigate if you're looking to be an opener. You look at the package and see. I think there'll be some different looks with those ones there. So make note of that. Pro tip is what we'll say. Arms all the way around for Warrior. Bicep cut. Double jointed. Pinless elbows. Playing all those sweet Mattel hits right there. Hands removable back forth side to side. Head removable back forth side to side. Ab crunch. Nice on the ab crunch. Waist articulation. Got those Warrior splits. Oh, a little bit tight there, I will say. And we've seen that with Mattel over the last year or so. No Vietnam bounce back. A little bounce back, but we've definitely seen way worse than that. You do get the movement out of the Warrior leg. Thigh cut right there. A little crazy in the paint on the thigh cut. Not hidden as well as it could be, as you see green poking through. Double jointed, pinless knees. You know I'm here for that. Boot cut is there. Ankles back forth side to side, up and down. He does have a hole in his foot, so he will fit on a ringside stand. And we're going to grab that stand right there. Use code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got a stand for him. The Warrior, he's ready to go. He's ready to take on all comers in Street Fighter. Ready to go. But I do have Jada Toys Blanca. I stolen a lot of hearts, that Jada Toys line. Not quite size-wise to Jada's here. Jada's a lot bigger figures, obviously, as we can see. I'm going to stand him straight up. So you do got decent size. I mean, this is obviously more Blanca, but very cool to see side by side. I think that's cool. A lot of people collecting the Jada Toys line. Have to imagine a lot of people will be getting the Ultimate Warrior and getting Ray and everybody else for this, especially if you're a wrestling fan. And it does appeal to Street Fighter fans. At the end of the day, as we talk about on the channel all the time, it's about synergy with these figures. It's bringing two fan bases, Street Fighter, WWE in this instance. Maybe somebody's buying just Street Fighter, somebody's buying just WWE. It's getting them to jump over, buy something else. Putting the business hat on it makes a lot of sense. That's why we continue to see these Mattel crossovers over the last couple of years. The Hollywood line, Ghostbusters line, so forth and so forth. But not a bad piece of business, though, all things considered right there. Ultimate Warrior, I'm here for it. But now we're here for the final boss. M. Bison makes a lot of sense. As we know, The Rock as the final boss of this day and age. M. Bison, the final boss of Street Fighter, just writes itself at this point. Uniform packaging on these. The Rock final boss as M. Bison, true effects, all the player stuff. Love the artwork here on the shipper palette. You got this artwork too. I think that is really cool. Like the looks of that. Same thing over here. On the back, there he is, M. Bison in the ring, ready to throw down at a moment's notice. We know how he is. The Rock, final boss, finisher, the People's Elbow, Miami, Florida, 6'5", 260 pounds. Just a big dude, of course, The Rock. And I've said it before, it's crazy. The final boss is my favorite incarnation of The Rock. Very cool. Packaging. See you later, goodbye. Yikes, watch out for that. Ooh, we got soft goods cape. That's some hits I like to be played with. Plastic prison. And now, can we get The Rock out of here? My goodness, all kinds of twist ties. Mattel and McFarlane on the hunt. Who can release more twist ties in 2026? It's going to be a race to the finish, I think. McFarlane, I don't know who makes more figures. That'd be interesting to note. Does McFarlane as a whole make more figures than WWE Mattel? You would think it would be more McFarlane because he makes Spawn figures, he makes other kind of lines. But at the end of the day, how many different lines are there from Mattel in their WWE brand? There is a heck of a lot. So, I don't know. It's one of those age-old questions we'll never get the answer to. Oh my gosh, losing accessories left and right here. All right, there we go. Final boss, twist ties. See you later. Goodbye. All right, stack it over there. Let's get down to business here with The Rock. And oh my gosh, we're losing stuff left and right. Here's what's going on. Looks like he's got, okay. Interesting how these guys are positioned in the package. Reminds me of the olden days of the Mattel Elite line when they first came out. Remember how everything was posed in the package? I guess even the battle packs were that way, which was pretty darn cool as well. But here we go. Final boss Rock. Let's get down to business here. Let's start with the accessories. We got 2 Fists of Fury out of the package. If you're going to be in Street Fighter, you better throw some punches and bunches. We know how that goes. But we do get extra hands. We get the thumbs up. Do the aftermatch celebration if you want to. We also got the maniacal hand, the open hand here, ready to go for all those that want it. Then we get the translucent plastic pieces to go over the fist if you need to. For me, I'm probably going to display these guys with all the effect pieces. Makes more sense. Display them with my Ghostbuster figures from the Mattel crossover. That's where they're going for me. But now we're diving into the final boss here. Some very cool stuff. Have to imagine some customizers out there may turn this just into a straight up Rock and get the M. Bison stuff out of there because there's some pretty cool stuff going on with this one. Now we do get a very cool hat. First time in the line. Hat, I do got some black scuffage on the top of the hat. Your mileage may vary. You got the Brahma Bull logo right there on the front, looking very good. You get some glasses for The Rock. Always cool to see glasses. Final boss Rock especially needs these glasses, and we do have those with the black lenses, gold frames. You do got a necklace over the top. We've seen this before as well, a nice gold necklace. Could be a great line for customizers as well if you need some of this stuff. Head sculpt looks like The Rock, but with a twist, as he's got white eyes here. He's got no soul. I guess he took Cody's soul and his soul went with him. I don't know, but I do like how it looks. It does look definitely menacing. Maybe somebody will mix this onto a regular Elite and have demonic Rock, maybe. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth, playing all those Rock hits right here. Does look like The Rock, except for the crazy eyes. He does got the old people's eyebrow up there. He's ready to go. Ready to take on all comers. Now, he does got the cape in the back, soft goods cape, no wire in the cape, which Mattel isn't a wire company, but does look good. I'm here for it. You know, we're in the heart of cape season. It's year-round these days with our friend Lando Calrissian, but I do like the black on that. Now, we do got the arm gauntlets here that go over the bicep. You got, I guess, the Brahma Bull is what that is, and that makes a lot of sense to see that. Now, these just come right off very easily if you want to. So you could use these with a different performer, different figure if you need to, but you could take that off, making it more final boss Rock once again. So I do like the looks of that. Now getting into the arms, you got the Rock tattooage going on under the body. Looks like the Rock. Got the vest over the top, just says straight up Rock there. Looking very nice. You got the big Brahma Bull belt buckle on him in black, looking good with the gold there. Red and black attack, or red and blue and black attack, I guess. You got the red pants down here into the black boots, silver tips, and then you got the racing stripe down the sides, looking very nice. Arms all the way around on him, bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, hands back and forth, side to side, removable. Nice tight ab crunch, but way too loose in the waist. Very loose in the waist. Don't like that at all. Way too loose there. Go up for the big boot, no problem. Thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees, smooth as butter. And this side to side on the ankles. You got those bell bottoms down there, so you don't get as much movement as you would have liked to seen with him there. And he does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand, as I'd imagine he would be. Not bad. Some paint imperfections on this one on the hat and a little bit on the back of the head. But man, the loose waist on this one is rough. But I love the looks of this one as a final boss. Very, very fun looking figure here. No issues with that as far as looks department. And we do got the Jada Toys M Bison as well. So we can kind of compare these guys together. So kind of cool to see the yin and yangs if you want to. Not a bad piece of business here. Old M. Bison, watch out for him. He's a dangerous one. He's a dangerous one. And now we finish it up with one of the most popular performers. Of course, one Rey Mysterio Jr. Once upon a time. Just call him Rey Mysterio now. Looking very good in the package. Once again, same uniform packaging. We've seen it all by now. This is a third figure here. We await Series 2. We got Guile. John Cena Guile, not Cody Rhodes. Seems interesting to me. But we do got Rey here looking good. Rey on the side, Street Fighter Elite Collection. On the back, you got Rey in the ring doing all kinds of fun stuff, as Rey normally does. Finisher, the old 619 from San Diego, California. Beautiful this time of year. 5'6" Rey, just a little guy. Weight 175 pounds. Looking pretty good. And can I get him out of the package, though? That's the million-dollar question. Going in through the bottom seems to be the way to go. Made in Vietnam. As we know, we do get the effect in the back. You got The Rock and Rey squaring off with kind of the video, looking very nice. See you later, goodbye. Plastic Rey Mysterio Prison. Rey as Ryu. And I don't know, I never remembered. Every time I pronounce it, somebody says, well, you know it's Rue. Well, as a kid, when you're playing the arcade, you just have no idea. You just have to make up your own names. There was a lot of elements of that in the 80s and 90s because nobody knew. There was no way to find out. So you just had to figure it out with your buddies and friends. And whatever the old playground was calling them, that's what you called them too. And around my area, it was Ryu. And apparently some people call him Ryu for me. There you go. Rey out of the package. See you later. Goodbye. Let's get down to it. Let's finish it off with Rey Mysterio. Don't call me Junior. You do got the gloved hands here. We see these with Rey all the time in red. Don't look like they're off too far from a normal Elite line with those hands. 2 fists out of the Fury. Ready for those punches and bunches. Remind me a lot of the Ninja Turtles version of Rey that we got. Gosh, was that the last crossover? And I believe that was Target for those turtle ones once upon a time. Very cool. We get the effect pieces once again. Same ones. Oh, gotta get the most out of your mold. Same effect pieces, this time in blue instead of the purple. So that makes sense as well. Now we're diving into Rey Mysterio. Looking like he walked right out of the Karate Kid dojo is what he looks like. He's ready to take on all comers. Almost looks like a luchador from a 90s WCW Saturday night. You just get a different surprise luchador every once in a while. This could be one of those guys. Looking good, though, in the white. You don't see Rey in all white very often, so this does feel different, and this could be something a Rey collector wants, even if they're not into Street Fighter. I could definitely see that, just like an Ultimate Warrior collector and so forth. Now, start with the head. You got the zebra mask going there. You got the red around the top. Almost reminds me of Power Rangers in their ninja suits, of course. Smiling Rey head. We've seen this head a time or two now. He does got the bandana on the back. Unfortunately, does not go super tight in there, as that one has fallen out now twice on me here. Wish the peg was a little bit deeper on that. Is what it is. You got the RM on the front for, of course, Rey Mysterio. Got his white gi going there. Got Rey Mysterio on his black belt. He didn't want anybody confiscating that belt, so he put his name on it. Makes a lot of sense. You get the armbands here, RM for Rey Mysterio. You got the tattoos for Rey. Makes a lot of sense to have those. You got the wrist gauntlets here, of course, that go with the gloves. Those are free floating, so if you remove the hands, those will fall out with them. 2 fists of fury here for Rey, as we know. Looking very good. And then you got 619 down the side, and you got the mask on the other side there, looking good. Bell-bottom pants down into the black boots. Basically your typical Rey Mysterio figure, but in the Street Fighter gear is what we got going on. Now, his arms do go all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Double-jointed pinless elbows. Never forget that. Hands removable back and forth, side to side. Headband removable. Head back and forth, side to side, removable. Waist articulation, ab crunch. Good tightness on this one here, no issues. Leg goes up just fine. Thigh cut. Double jointed pin knees on this one. Breaking the mold here. We got pin knees on Rey. And then you get ankles side to side, back and forth. You don't get the full-on ankle articulation with him because of the baggy pants down here. Should fit on a ringside collectible Mattel stand. Once again, using code Kyle to save 10%. We do got some extra paint down here, so a little sloppy in the paint department on all these figures. As we always say, quality, your mileage may vary. That's how mine are netting out here, as I can see. But Ray looking pretty good. It makes sense to have him as a Ryu type character, and maybe you can even pair him up with Ken. This could be your Ken and Ryu if you wanted to. Choose your own adventure if you need to in your collecting days. But the Jada toy figures, I could see people putting these with them. And a lot of love for the Jada toy figures from a lot of companies. Mattel making Street Fighter, but we also saw Hasbro, Marvel Legends, Marvel vs. Capcom, having a natural tie-in together. So a lot of things coming back to Jada toys. They might be small, but they're awfully mighty, as I do think they're influencing some of their competition, which isn't a bad thing. Of course, constant learning, constant improvement, all that fun stuff, but also high tides rise all ships, something like that. What's that saying? Todd, you know it. You told it to me once upon a time. But I do think there's a lot of good figures coming. We're truly living in a golden age, and we're living in a golden age of crossover material, as we have it right here with Series 1 Street Fighter WWE from Walmart. Not a bad piece of business. Obviously, I'm biased. I'm going to prefer the Ultimate Warrior Blanca, but I think this final boss Rock is very cool. I can see somebody that didn't want anything to do with the Street Fighter stuff that might buy this just to have as a regular Rock. You might have to paint the eyes or use a different head, which could be possible, but this is a very final boss Rock type outfit here, which I think lends itself more than the Ultimate Warrior wrestling with Hulk Hogan or something like that. So not a bad set. Walmart exclusive makes sense. I don't know if this would mass retail do very well, but as a store exclusive, I think it's fun. Something different. We await Series 2. Have to imagine maybe March, April timeframe. We'll see what happens there. But as far as Series 1 goes, not too bad outside of some paint imperfections for the most part. Your mileage may vary, as I always say. A little asterisk, of course, in the video. So there we have it. Street Fighter 2 WWE Mattel Elite Crossover Series 1. What's your guys' thoughts on these? You need these three in your collection. Hard pass, easy pickup. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Every day we got videos over there, all kinds of stuff. Your best way to support the channel. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is also, of course, the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Available every Tuesday wherever podcasts are found with videocast on YouTube. So for Series 1, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?